All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Happy Thursday or happy Wednesday, depending on where you are in the world. Tuning in from Baltimore, nice. Hey, Tony, what's going on, man? Yeah, where is everyone from? Hey, Ben, what's going on, man? Hey, Casey, Marcel, Scott, welcome back, guys. Looks like FOMC gave some pretty decent opportunities. Nothing too huge, which is nice for today. That's why I kind of want to get active pretty soon. Nice, Jacob. Canada, man. Florida, good evening. Awesome. Hey, Rebecca. Texas, awesome. Germany, a late night grind, man. Was it coming up to 2 a.m.? North Georgia, US, awesome. New Zealand, nice, man. Nice, nice, nice. People from all over the world again. That's why I like these Asian streams. You've got people from literally trading all over the world, but you know, Australia, New Zealand morning time, Asia morning time. You guys in US, it's what? You guys in US, what is it? Late afternoon or evening? Best morning session, Brisbane, absolutely. Nice, London, nice. You 448, yeah, nice. Queensland, nice. Oh, Sydney, awesome. Atlanta, Georgia, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Queensland reppin'. The crew. Got lots to cover today on gold. Lots to cover. We're having these decent breakouts here, which I would like to get in soon. Is this daily open with no bottom wick? Ah, damn it. No bottom wick. What I do like here on gold is we had, yeah, all-time highs, so possible, man. What I like here on gold is, this is what I was explaining on Wednesday, is I did like the buys from this area. However, if we were going to dip down any lower, where would it be? Well, you can kind of see we have this sort of left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And we have this nice key level here, which is our weekly support of 2750. And what do we do here in the 4-hour time frame? This is why this is so beautiful and I want to get in this. You rejected the support. People jump in longs. You re-grabbed the lows, held the support, grabbed the liquidity, and you're seeing this nice push up. That was off the back of FOMC. Buying off the back of FOMC, taking that flip on gold. That's only 100 ticks. I thought it was bigger than that. But still, though, that's a very, very nice reversal pattern here on gold. Grabbing the lows, holding major support. We could be looking for some big moves here on gold today. COT report added 20,000 longs. Nice, nice, nice. That's good to know, man. Let me just close this door, guys. Sorry. Oh, 22 ticks in profit. Good job, man. I only just got on the charts. I would like to get in soon, though. I didn't realize there's no bottom wick on this daily. You kind of gap down here, which is a bit strange. Did that daily close with no top wick? A little one. To be honest, FOMC didn't do as much as I thought it would. Where is it? 7 p.m. London time. Here. Came down, ripped a lot of lows. We're sitting above. We have liquidity here, here, and here. So we have all upside liquidity, no downside liquidity. So for me on gold, the safest bet is trying to get active in these longs. However, there's no bottom wick on the daily. So if I am going to get long here on gold, very simply, what I would like to see, let me have a look on mine, man. See, that's all right. It's always good to check. If I do on mine, then that's a good spot. FX, this chart here, which is just a different provider, might not need it. Let me have a look on mine. Let me have a look on my chart. I think you might be right, man. I think I got it on mine as well. Yeah, I got a bottom wick on my daily chart as well. Okay. Scrap that. I mean, you may come back down here. I'm not sure, but now we kind of know that it doesn't have to. So if we do start breaking to the upside, you know, we want to be open to just following that. If we do close back below, well, I mean, whether it's a daily bottom wick or it's just a, you know, a retest of this pretty decent level that we broke above, still looks pretty nice. But if we close above, yeah, let's be open to the fact that on a lot of providers there is actually a bottom wick on that daily. Same as the futures, yeah, same as the futures. Yeah, he didn't say too much. Yeah, he didn't say much. I haven't had a good look over the markets yet. I've just jumped. This is just me jumping on for the first time with you guys now. So we'll have a look at all markets. We'll have a look at some stocks. We'll have a look at NASDAQ. We called some great copper buys yesterday. I unfortunately cut it at -12 before it then ripped massively in our favor. We've got 7 minutes here. These were the copper buys. Let me get rid of this. These are the copper buys that we spoke about yesterday. You guys on the YouTube stream, we spoke about copper coming all the way back up into these highs, as the 4-hour was grabbing lows and holding support. So anyone who was watching the London session yesterday, go back and watch it. This is the buys that we were speaking about. He ended up ripping all the way up, and it's pretty painful because I unfortunately closed this at -12 ticks. Isn't it? I mean, I never would have held this high. Let's be real. I was just trying to play it back up into this level. You know, this liquidity was nice, but I wasn't swing trading it, so I would have been getting out here anyway. But it's nice to see the liquidity did still get grabbed. It looked like copper had a pretty decent move compared to gold yesterday. A lot nicer. That's why it's kind of good to keep this on the radar again. It was good to see you guys on Zoom active in the copper chat on Discord as well. Let's see here on gold. I like the longs. I do like the longs. We're bouncing. Look at the daily. Look at this daily. This could give us a really good swing trade here as well. Daily's grabbing the lows, holding support, major support 2750, which is also weekly support, massive weekly support. If this weekly flips bullish, where are we going? We're going up to here easily. All-time highs easy. And if the fundamentals continue bullish for gold, there's no reason why we can't see gold having some big legs higher. Some very big legs higher. So we want to keep an eye on this weekly flip here on gold. If it doesn't flip this week, what day is it? Thursday. Yeah, it's still got it probably will. Even if it, to be honest, I actually would love it if this week didn't flip bearish and this week closed like this. Next week open, top wick, come down a little bit, and then you'll have 1, 2, 3 equal highs, and then bam, then we have even more liquidity and we'll get that big push. But I don't think the markets will be that good. I think we could start flipping soon. Look at this on gold. Market open, just Asia pushing this up. It is a bank holiday today in Asia, as it has been all week. However, off the back of FOMC, I thought it still is worthwhile jumping on. And you can already see having some decent moves here on gold. There's been many a times, even in the New York session, you get US bank holidays, you still have great moves. So yeah, you got the bank holiday. What we got today? US dollar GDP. Wow. And then tomorrow, or Friday, I should say. Yeah, not too much. Not too much. But yeah, to be honest, I was expecting to wake up and gold be fucking mooning. But when I woke up and saw that we didn't, but we closed like this, I was like, cool, this is good. And that's one thing I will do the first thing I wake up, which maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing, I don't really know. The first thing I do when I wake up is how did New York close yesterday? Obviously, no, I don't trade New York or watch it into close because it's a ridiculous time my time. It's the first thing I do when I wake up. Morning, Aaron traders. Good morning, Peter. Would it be wrong for me to ask someone could sponsor me with a eval on Traderify? What's the difference between sponsoring you and just paying for you to do it? What do you mean by sponsor, man? What's the exchange of value? Everything in life is an exchange of value. What's the exchange of value if someone pays for your Traderify account? Gold futures gapped up heaps. Let's see. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Do you wish you could trade New York? I don't wish I could trade, because the thing is, I could stay up and trade it. Sometimes I do. sometimes when I wake up, I see like really big moves. Asia and London doesn't do too much, like here on Tuesday, and then London has just this beautiful move. Sometimes I do wake up and go, damn, it's a little bit annoying, but our job as traders is never to try and always be in the markets 24/7, and I just understand that. I understand that Asia and London gives me more than enough opportunities that if I can't capitalize on them 2 sessions, New York session isn't going to be the solver of my problems. There's plenty of opportunities in Asia and London. There's enough for me just to take them. I do not have a gap on my futures. You guys change to GCJ? GCJ 25? I could stay up and trade New York, but sometimes New York can be good. Sometimes it can be that volatile that kind of gets you on the wrong side. Sometimes if I don't get a good trade in Asia and I don't get a good trade in London, I'll try and stay up for it. Unfortunately, I didn't here on Tuesday because it ended up being a beautiful move. To be honest, I wasn't really looking for this anyway. Depends on how I'm feeling, to be honest. If Asia and London have gone quiet, which is not very often that they both go quiet, then yeah, I'll trade a little bit of pre-New York. Yeah, contract change, yeah. Make sure in GCJ. GCJ 25. What you see on the spot applies to... Yeah, so they'll be slightly different. They're usually identical. At the minute after FOMC, they are a little bit different. But I do all my analysis on the currency and just execute on the futures. So these highs here on gold, if you look at these on the futures chart has actually already grabbed these. It's already grabbed these highs. Therefore, if you were just watching the futures, you would say, okay, cool, well, there's no need to come near these highs. However, because they haven't been grabbed on the currency, there's a high chance that the futures will still spike it out again. But if I was just looking at this on the futures and I saw these highs already be grabbed, well, I wouldn't be looking for longs here. But even though the futures has already grabbed it, the currency hasn't. There's still a much higher chance that the currency will continue pushing up. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Let's have a look. I was just saying a little alert here. I just had my dad called me quickly. Let's just get rid of it. Yeah, I just deleted it, mate. You don't need to tell me. I deleted it before you went off. Four-hour resistance. I mean, this is a pretty decent bottom weight to consider a buy stop here. If it doesn't flip, who cares? But if this can flip, grabbing previous 30-minute lows, hourly's broken out. If this can flip, where's the next stop? Well, pretty easily here for 40 ticks. And if you start grabbing these 30-minute lows and rejecting it, well, cool, that's a decent stop loss as well. You may have a buy stop here soon. Like pretty much exactly this. What do? You came down, grabbed the lows, flipped bullish, had a beautiful drive. If we can come down, grab the lows, flip bullish, we could have a beautiful drive. Literally exactly the same here. This was a really nice buy. You guys on Zoom who said they took the buys earlier, was it based off this, grabbing the lows and flipping? If it was, that was a beautiful. That's our continuation setup to a T. So we could have a buy stop here on gold soon. This is a lovely bottom wick. We do have to understand, I'm just looking at this 4-hour chart. The 4-hour is coming into some resistance. But if it doesn't flip, who cares? Yeah, there's my open. Yeah, nice. Good job, man. That was a lovely trade. Even if you took it from here and you're break even, what did you hit? About highs of 23? You have much room to hold this higher. I think that's a great trade. Especially because you kind of broke here as well. You broke above it. You grab liquidity, flip bullish. Really nice buy. Let's see, there's an instant bottom wick on the futures as well. Let's have a look. Time frame, are we on 30? Yeah, futures has some liquidity above. Futures 30 was a bit doji, but again, still has no top wick, so who cares? Still 30 into them highs. If you, Ash, just make sure you're on GCJ. GCJ, man. We will have a look at some other markets today as well. I'm just going to see if we're going to get these gold buys. If this is just a 30-minute fake out, that's fine. Where would I be buying gold from again? Like, look at all this. Back down here. If this can flip though, this could be a really nice drive. Future's already kind of coming down a lot lower. So if we have a buy stop on the break of this high, stop loss will be wherever this low is. Is that going to be the move here in Asia? Don't think so. Probably at least just to there. I do believe gold's going to come all the way up into here. But is it going to happen today here in Asia? Probably not. On the midnight open, yeah, that's here, right? Around here. Yeah, that would be ideal, yeah, that would be ideal. You manage risk very well there. GC is just the instrument. GCJ, J is the month. And then 25 is the year. So you go, right now we're on GCJ 25. Gold February 25. Squeezing down a little bit lower here. Let's have a look at some other stuff here. Good morning, Master. Good morning, man. Good morning. On the 30 flip, be around the same, around 27.99. There's no top wick, so just put a buy stop on the flip of that soon. Yeah, around 27.99. I don't have anything just yet though. Nothing just yet. Both tradable. You can only actually trade the one that is the contract month. GCJ. If you're doing it on TradingView, then you can just trade GC exclamation mark and it should already update it for you. Where is it here? It will just automatically update it. If you want to actually go into it. Where are we here? April, so I said February, April. So what we just on? We were just on that. So now we're executing off GCJ. GCH, GCJ. That your chart on futures should look like that. Decent push down here on gold. To be honest, I'm not happy to see this. I am quite happy to see this because if we do create that bottleneck, although we do have it on a lot more brokers, that would give me more confidence to buy today. Take a tilt in consideration. Yeah, I like to look at it. I don't, execute trades just based off it, but sometimes it's nice to have a look at. If I see gold going down or up, I can just have a quick look at what most people are trying to do. I want to look at some other instruments, but I do not want to miss this gold flip. So let's just set an alert here. Let's have a look at something else. Yeah, you grab the hour lows. Wow, nice. Oh yeah, huge. If this flips, this could be really, really good. I have my alert here just in case we do flip. Let's have a look at some other instruments here. Let's have a look at copper. This was the analysis from yesterday. Let's clean this all up. Liquidity has been grabbed. Liquidity has been grabbed. So let's have a look at that daily on copper. Remember, we were at that massive support. Look at that daily. Look how beautiful that was. 2 equal daily lows and a bearish close. Yesterday, selling into that was bloody beautiful. He ended up coming down, grabbing it, ripping, and pushing back higher. Where's the weekly at? No top wick, grabbing weekly lows. If this weekly can flip bullish on copper, we could be looking for a big push. You had some massive support being held here. Came down, ripped all the lows. Beautiful breakout. Coming back down, holding this level, grabbing previous week lows. So where would be the next most logical area? Here, and then back up here. So on a lower time frame, not the best daily close. Holding that monthly level, 4.3. So coming into today, copper is going to be a little bit more difficult. However, if today closes out above this range on copper, tomorrow is going to be much easier. So yesterday was a good day to trade copper. Today, I don't really think so. Unless you can get back down here, and that would be a decent buy opportunity. Oh yeah, the DAX, you said it moves good in Asia. Let's have a look, man. I did a little forward test here on the DAX yesterday. You guys on Zoom already broke it down in the market call. After, we have been so bullish, the daily ripped loads of lows and closed as it did, which was insane. Ripped the lows, closed bullish, buys here. Tuesday, boom, beautiful. Wednesday into all-time highs, beautiful as well. The little forward test that I did take, just for learning purposes, I'm not ready to execute it, which is based off price holding the support, grabbing the lows and actually closing bullish with liquidity above, filling in that wick. After all these rejections, people jump in shorts here. Where's their stop? Just above there. So you buy up into that. And it ended up, I wouldn't have held it this high anyway. If we're being realistic, I would have probably started securing around here, because at all-time highs, I don't really know where it's going to go. In terms of what we could see today, let's get rid of a lot of this analysis. It looks like it does grab liquidity quite well, like gold. I would say that's a pretty easy target. I don't know how big these ranges are. What's that? Is that 15 ticks? Is that like a decent move? Yeah, grabbing the lows, turning bullish. Yeah, good spot, man. Grabbing the lows, starting to close bullish. Hourly holding the support. 4 hourly looking like it's going to flip. Let me have a quick look at gold. Gold's still squeezing lower. We're fine. We've got time. 15 minutes as well. Yeah, 15-minute grab lows, closing bullish. Definitely something to. You can get a good risk to reward. And the thing is, when you're at all-time highs, it's like you never really know how high you're going to run. But given the fact that you just keep breaking out and just pushing, it's like, well, it makes sense just to follow that. Obviously, you don't know how high it's going to push, but as long as you get into all-time highs and you got interest down here, you do manage risk and see how far you can run and maybe trade aggressively. Great. What you don't want to do at all-time highs is just panic or start selling. Here it's good. Here you can buy into it, but when it's actually up here, there's not a lot you can do because you don't know if it's going to pull back or keep ripping up. But if you're getting in from down here, that's great. As soon as you get up into these all-time highs, great. Manage risk and see how you go. GJ is massive. Yeah, we'll take a look at GJ. Yeah, recently it has been, man. Yeah, you're gonna had like that one there. Ran much higher. So if you can buy, same as this one, liquidity up there, boom, ran much higher. How high above that liquidity? A lot. Yeah, a lot. Had a NASDAQ close yesterday. Let's have a look. Looks pretty choppy. How do we close? A little bit doji. Not really too much to say. Let's clean this up. A lot of shit going on here. A lot of noise. Let's get rid of this. Still got that gap to be filled on NASDAQ, which I still think is nice. Be very surprised to see it have a decent drop without filling that in. Now, Let's have a look together. This would be a nice liquidity level, but what we have to do is make sure it hasn't been grabbed on the S&P. So Monday the 13th of January. Monday the 13th. Wait, what? Monday 13th of January. No, nowhere near it. So that is still a nice liquidity level. Sometimes if you can spot these double bottoms, they're going to get grabbed, but sometimes S&P might grab it. NASDAQ will hold it, therefore you'll still push up. But you kind of see both haven't grabbed it, so that could be a good pullback level over the next however long. It's daily time frames, so it could take ages. Not saying it's got to come down there today. I do like NASDAQ to continue pushing. Look at that weekly. This weekly close is going to be huge. Look at that. Flip bullish. All-time highs aren't too far away. Take a look at AUDUSD. Yep, absolutely. We'll have a look. Let's have a quick look at Goldie. It's all right. We've got time on Goldie. Closing back below. Anywhere down here, I think buys today are very nice. I do not like any sells today on gold. Not after these huge rejections to the lows and breakouts here. Maybe pull back to this level, but I'm not really too interested in trying to short that because I know these ranges aren't massive. It's only like 20 ticks into lows. Not really worth it. It looks like these are huge moves, which they are, but it's actually not that big. You know, like 120 ticks in FOMC is not that big of a move. Someone said GJ. Let's have a look at GJ. I haven't traded this in a long time, but let's have a look. Wow. Wow. Pound futures. Let's have a look, man. We'll absolutely have a look. GJ's kind of just messing around this trend line. How's the higher time frame? Last week was very bullish. Bounce off this support. Looks a little bit messy. Monthly, well. Previous day, grabbing previous day lows. Oh, this is nice actually. This is nice. So what do you have? You guys on Zoom, don't worry. We don't trade this. I'm just breaking it down whilst we wait for gold. So you got liquidity sitting down here. You have trend lines coming down here. So if I was trying to trade GJ, I would short down into these lows if it's worth it. And then from down here, you could be looking for something like that. Grab the liquidity down here, and then come straight back for that trend line. Appreciate you also your time. Yep, absolutely, man. It's good to jump on and catch up. You know, breaking down the market, even though it's a Asian bank holiday today, breaking down the markets like this and just having a look at overall markets is something I would be doing anyway. So if I can do it with you guys and answer some questions and share some value, fantastic. Whether we get a live trade today, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see. But as long as you guys get some value, that's all that matters. GJ, yeah, I'll be looking for something like that on GJ. Ideally, if you can get a decent top wick, exposing yourself to shorts into that would be good. But it's only like 10 pips. It's not really worth it. Gold trying to reject. What time is it? 15 just closed. 15. Yeah, 15 closed bearish. So if we then reclose back bullish, great. We've got fake out buys and 30-minute flipping. Fantastic. What did someone else want to see? AUDUSD, yep. Use Fibonacci. Yeah, I used to use Fibonacci all the time, man. For swing trading. AUDUSD. Well, before we have a look at AUDUSD, let's just have a quick look at the US dollar. To me, the US dollar is at huge, and this is, again, important for gold. We are at monthly, this should be support, because it got broken last month, and now it's being held. So we saw a decent bullish breakout from October all the way into December on the US dollar. Massive upside breakouts. To me, continuing to push higher as just an overall outlook does make sense. Therefore, keep in mind that we could see other instruments such as AUDUSD continue pushing lower. But for the purpose of looking at what we can see today, Well, how did yesterday close? Wait, what? Oh, I'm on the weekly. I was like, why is these dailies? In terms of looking at last week, you know, we did close bearish, but look at what we've already done this week, which is actually quite nice. You've came down, you've grabbed lows, you're holding support, and you're starting to pull back. Whether or not you flip this week, if next week on the US dollar you open with a bottom wick, you could see some very nice buying opportunities of the US dollar, therefore selling XXX US dollar. That weekly is looking quite nice. Daily time frame. What can we see? Let's just. We know that's been grabbed. Let's just get rid of it for. Let me just have a quick. Let me just have a. Make sure we're not missing anything. Nah, cool. We got time. We got time. Daily time frame though. You do have some levels to clear before we can consider wanting to buy them. This is a pretty strong range that's being held. Big resistance broke, support, resistance, grab, and also look at that yesterday. You tried to close bullish, but you ended up closing all the way back down below Tuesday's high, which makes me think on an intraday basis, you're probably going to squeeze a little bit lower. If you grab the daily highs and held resistance, well, I would think the US dollar is probably going to get a little bit weaker today. So now that we can understand that a little bit better, if we go have a look at something like AUDUSD, and we understand the US dollar could gain some weakness today, well, that means we could see the AUDUSD squeeze a little bit higher. Now let's see if we can confluence that to see if it actually makes sense on this chart. Last week was bullish. This week's coming down pretty aggressively. Daily time frame, kind of bearish. Kind of messy, to be honest. Is this the one that is at like yearly lows or something? Yeah. Yeah. Lows from 2008. Yeah, we spoke about this one before. Lows from 1999, like historical lows on AUDUSD right now. Could be a crazy swing opportunity. It could take a while though, but that looks pretty interesting to me. Look at that massive support. Last time we hit this during the start of the C word. Like, look, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous recovery. So even, you know, whether or not you get a full-blown massive reversal up to like 0.85, who knows? However, it is a pretty strong level that I wouldn't really want to be looking for overall sells into. This was beautiful though. Third touch of a trend line, grab the liquidity, big drop. I still do believe though on AUDUSD, just on a longer term frame outlook, you would pull back a little bit more. But in terms of intraday, let's have a look. What have we done? Kind of see you've had almost this little third drive into the highs here. 1, 2, 3. Had this decent little pullback. You did sort of form a sort of left shoulder, head, right shoulder, which did push up, but now you've kind of closed back below. So you couldn't really sustain too much price above that neckline of that inverse head and shoulders. And now you are trading back below here. Which makes me think as long as you trade back below here, well, you know, shorting does make the most sense, especially with yesterday actually closing bearish. It's not really making as much sense to the US dollar. In terms of some liquidity on AUDUSD, I think these lows here look pretty nice. You are grabbing some previous hourly highs. So you could see something like that. Come down and grab some lows. Then what happens from down here? I'm not really too sure. You could start to see some buyers step in. At least come back up to these regions. So if I was trading AUDUSD, I'd probably be looking for something like that. But I would expose myself to the shorts. Given the fact that yesterday has closed bearish, I would want to be exposed to that. That was some pretty in-depth AUDUSD analysis there, wasn't it? Whoever asked for that, you just got some gems there. Well, whether it works out or not, we'll see. Pound futures, yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let me just have a quick look at gold. Let's have a quick look at everything, actually. I didn't actually realize you can do this. You guys who like to use multiple charts, you can actually have them open on different tabs. And if you just click Control Tab, you can just easily flick through them all, rather than having to type in it every single time. What are we looking at here? coming up for them highs. I don't think you can really get a good risk reward though. Let me just have a quick look at gold. Make sure we're not missing anything. Nah, decent sell-off. That's really nice though. That's going to be really nice for later on. Anyone who's going to be selling gold here, where's their stops going to be? Boom, right above there. That's going to be a beautiful trade opportunity today. Probably closer to London though. Pound futures, let's have a look. Let's have a look. What are you looking for, man? Morning start up to 1.252. Let's have a look. Yeah. I mean, let's have a look. With us finding that the US dollar could have some weakness today, that would mean pound could see some pushes higher. Now, I don't know if this correlates the same way as gold and gold futures does, like pound USD compared to pound futures, but that's a pretty decent liquidity level. Daily, yeah, daily, look at that. Beautiful rejections there. Lovely, lovely, lovely rejections there. Yeah, if you're looking at that as the morning star, yeah, daily, yeah, that looks beautiful, man. That looks really nice. Weekly is at big resistance though. One thing to keep in mind. What level is that? Does it sit around what 1 point? Yeah, look at that. So let's go. Is it monthly or weekly? No, it's actually monthly support. Wow, look at that. If this monthly closes above, you could actually have some big pound trades all the way back up into like 1.3. This is just again, it's just a much longer outlook. But look at that monthly. It's about to close in 2 days as well. If you close back above, you can have some big trades. So that's weekly resistance. We do also have to is monthly support. So looking for buys for that monthly to keep closing back above here, to me looks good. Grabbing the lows, holding support. Beautiful morning star there as well. Nice little fake out of this support. Came down, grabbed some lows, closed back above, held it as support. Come back down for a little bit of a retest now. These areas here I'd want to see held to continue pushing up into. Is that the level you said? 1.252, 252, yep. 252, 225, looks nice. I kind of like the whole round numbers. This 1.25 level, especially on currencies, the institutions, etc., love the round psychological numbers. 1.25 is very nice. You can see it how beautifully it's been held as well. Just a very simple key level. Look at that. Massive, 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 massive pushes. Decent pushes down as well. Kind of gets a little bit messy in here. If you can find some support, yeah, I think longs on pound futures makes a lot of sense. Would I be selling pound futures today? Nah, not at all. For downside on pound futures, if you did want to consider it, maybe back below here, maybe tomorrow. But coming onto the charts today, yeah, longs on pound futures as your daily buys makes a lot of sense, man. I kind of like that. Yep, back in us, man. I can show you how to use, I'll briefly show you how to use Fibonacci. Just pinned the top step link there if anyone does want to check out top step. I just pinned it to the top of the chat. Let's have a look. I'll show you how to use, I mean, a lot of people, I'm sure they have loads of different ways on how to use Fibonacci. I'll show you how I use it, or how I used to use it, I should say. I don't use it anymore for day trading. However, when I was swing trading, yeah, I used to use Fibonacci for probably every single trade. But the thing to understand with Fibonacci is it's not something to use on its own. Fibonacci is kind of like the final piece of the puzzle. You do all your analysis, you do all your levels, and then you put on the Fibonacci and understand what lines up with what to give you more confidence. Like if you have a liquidity level and a nice support level and you draw on a fib and it lines up with like a 78.6% retracement, fantastic. It's not something you put on a naked chart and then just try and predict what level it must come back down to, because that's how most people get confused and that's how I got confused. It's doing all your analysis first and then kind of, you know, putting it on as like the icing on the cake here and trying to understand, do any of these line up with my levels? And if the answer is no, then okay, cool, just wait. Most of the time with gold, I found that gold used to love the 78.6 is what gold used to absolutely love. 61, again, I haven't used this in a long time. 61.8% is what most retailers try to use. So a lot of people would try and short here, put their stop in between the 78 and 71. Sorry, people would short here and put their stop loss in between the middle of these two. That's why I found the 71 was good, or you spike all the way up into 78. But the way you want to use it for just higher time frame. Like if you think we like gold to continue pushing up, therefore, you know, we would draw it from a swing low to a swing high. Where did we come down to? Came down to the 50%, 61. You can kind of see what lines up. Well, what do we have? Well, we have some decent support here. We have our weekly key support level of 2750. That's what that should be. And you kind of see we're sitting around this 50% as well. So that cool. I got my weekly support. I got decent support to the left. I've got a nice 50% retracement, and I can see we're grabbing the lows and holding it. Therefore, I'd be trying to buy from here and risk off that low. And then the minus levels are profit-taking levels. Well, we can kind of see this minus 27 also lines up very well with daily liquidity and monthly resistance. So then we can delete this, and you kind of got this 61.8 sitting right around all-time highs as well. So cool. Here's my liquidity. Here's my resistance and my minus extension of where I want to be taking profit. Lines up with these levels. Cool. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Look at this. If this flips, this could be really big. Let's get ready here. But yeah, Fibonacci does take a lot of practice. But I remember I used to come on the charts like a naked chart and just start drawing up, you know, fibs with nothing else, and then be like, okay, cool, I think we're going to come down here, so I'm going to try and get long from down here, and then price would come here and then just push, and I'm like, well, for fuck's sake, Fibonacci doesn't work. But it's like, no, you need to do everything else, and then Fibonacci is one of the last things you want to look at. I never used it for intraday trading. That's just for swing trading. I don't need it for intraday trading. I'd like to see a 15-minute breakout here in order for us to want to take this. Or, you know, if we do start just breaking above here, you can just take it from there. Yeah, gold trying to flip. That was that 30-minute close. Nice rejection there on gold. It still did close back below this level though. Although we do like this to continue pushing up. Rather than trading what we think, let's trade what we see. We can see price has closed back below this level. The last time when you do close back below this, you hold it and have some decent pushes down. So to be honest, I'd be more confident waiting for price to close back above, and then boom, then taking the longs. Let the market show which way they want to go, and then we can react on it as opposed to just trying to predict. Kind of closed below it, pushed down, held it as big as resistance. A lot of noise around here though. Look at that. Broke above, below, above, below. Could we adjust it a little bit? No, because I like this wick. No, I like it there. I like it there. Yeah, I personally am more comfortable to wait for a little bit more of a breakout on gold. I think we can be a little bit patient. Let's have a look at some stocks. I know Nvidia had a dip back down lower again. Not much though, not much. This is kind of the key levels that I'm watching on Nvidia. I think 125 is a very nice place to start dollar costing, averaging for some bigger plays back up into like, 160. Look at the weekly here. Be very, very interesting to see how this weekly does close. And this weekly close is also the monthly close. It's the last day of the month on Friday. Again, monthly is not really looking too good here for Nvidia, to be honest. If it does close back below here, you could come all the way back down to 110. So let's see. This weekly close for a lot of stocks is going to be very, very interesting. I'm still holding some Nvidia longs, but more of as a much longer term. I'll buy some here. If we come back down here, cool, I'll buy some more. It's not really like a one entry and you just kind of run with it. I closed some of my Uber shares this morning. I was buying Uber, 2 weeks ago or something? From back down in the end of, not end of, it's probably around here, start of January. I was trying to play up into the $70 region, but I can kind of see yesterday held some big resistance. I was like, cool. I think I got about 7% return. I was like, let's just lock that in. If we can dip back down, maybe I can get a reason to buy more, cool. But you're at a big level where I just wanted to lock a lot of that in and put it elsewhere. So although, I got my Nvidia shares are down, I'm hedged across quite a lot of different things. That's why, if you guys are wanting to stock trade, you never just want to put all your eggs in one basket. You don't just want to go full margin on Tesla or full margin on Nvidia. You want to distribute your money across plenty of different sectors. I have money in AI sectors, tech like Uber, healthcare as well. Many of different assets. You never just want to heavily invest into just one specific stock. Tesla, let's have a look. I do have some Tesla. I did see you have a decent push down again yesterday. What was that? What was that? What's this? Trump tariffs would hit Tesla's profits. I think Tesla's always a long time a good play. I can just see Tesla just growing and growing and growing. Especially as the AI world grows as well. This is kind of where I have my alerts. If I want to buy more Tesla, it's going to be back down here at like 380s. I wanted to buy it from here to here, but my alert was more so down here. And you can kind of see, let me just have a quick look at gold. Gold's right. You kind of see like you didn't really come back down to retest this highs properly. So if I'm going to buy more Tesla, I'm not even going to buy it there. I'll probably maybe buy it more at these highs. Don't be too picky. At 370, I think is a decent level to start watching. Like I say, last year in Tesla, boom, huge breakout, coming back down some pretty strong levels. Not looking for a massive leg run higher, but even to come back to all-time highs, you're talking like a 32% return, and you got $500 sitting just above that all-time high level as well. I trade them there, man. Kind of testing the two at the minute. Goldie 15 still holding this support. So yeah, I like Tesla to squeeze a little bit lower before I want to buy some. Let's have a look at this monthly as well. It's important to look at these monthly time frames. Okay, you could even like next month, maybe come down and retest some monthly lows before then you start to see that push. If anything like catastrophic was to happen, which wouldn't be too crazy, pullbacks are always healthy, but we need fundamental catalysts to be able to give them. Coming back down here would be a huge buying opportunity, and that's right at that $300 as well. Do I think we're going to come that low? No reason to say so just yet, but if anything does change, wouldn't be too crazy. So if you are long-term buying into Tesla, you got to be open to that. But I do like overall Tesla to continue growing. Gold trying to. Let's have a look at 15. Could really grab the lows. Let's see. Could shape up soon. No, I've never tried trading options, man. I do follow some good stock option traders, though. I honestly, I don't understand it enough, though. It seems pretty good if you like. It seems better than just actually just buying into the stock itself. But I don't really understand all the expirations and stuff like that. So, well, it's the only kind of trading world that I haven't ever really looked into. Like, I've looked into a lot of, I started trading penny stocks and stuff like that, but I never really looked into options. The only YouTube options guy that I do follow and have watched is I believe his name is Vincent from Insider Options. Where is he? Yeah, Vincent. Yeah, he's the only guy that I have actually options inside. Yeah, I have watched some of his breakdowns on some stocks, and I really like the way he trades. But in terms of actual options themselves, no, I don't really understand it too much. But to be honest, with my stock plays, like a lot of my stock plays are going to be more so long-term investments that I'm looking to grow over the next good couple of years. So obviously, if you're getting into options, they have expiry dates, so it's not really something I've ever needed to look into. I did a let me just share this with you guys. I did a trading podcast this week. I'll share it here with you guys. If you guys do want to give it a watch, shared a lot of value in this podcast. If anyone wants to give it a watch, it was a very, 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 very good chat. 132 people tuned in. You guys on YouTube, appreciate you tuning in. On an Asian bank holiday, still done quite a lot of breakdowns here today. What are you up to, Goldie? What are we up to? How long to 4 hours? 20 minutes. 20 minutes to this 4 hour closes, and it looking like we're going to hold this resistance, which makes me think you could bottom wick into previous 4 hour lows before we do long. Hit that like button. Absolutely, man. Get more people exposed to the streams. Could see maybe like this before then. Kind of see this is big resistance as well. It's going to take a lot to break this. I don't think it's going to be as plain sailing as just breaking this and just ripping. However, once we do break it, we could have some very, very good trades. Very, very good trades. Yeah, just demand demand, yep. Futures has some time as well, but to be honest, yeah, futures is looking like it's stalling. Look, futures 4 hour looks like it can actually flip bearish and come down a little bit lower. Again, I'm not interested in shorting that, but I do think if we can dip lower, we're going to have some more buying opportunities. Kind of hovering around that view app on the futures as well. 5 minute, yeah, kind of hovering around. Remember, it is Asia Bank Holiday, but it's post FOMC. That's why I still wanted to jump on. Currency's not looking too bad here, though. Currency's looking like its hourly does want to flip. If it does flip, that's good, because then that will give us a 4 hour breakout, and that'll give us even more reason to take it. We'll have a 4 hour breakout. We'll have an hourly liquidity grab. I'm sure we'll have plenty of 30-minute liquidity grabs, and we have liquidity above. So we do have a lot of reasons to want to take that. Whether we get the volume in Asia, who knows? We'll see. We just have to execute and find out. We can't worry about what could happen. We need to worry about what's right in front of us. If we execute and it goes sideways, who cares? Cut it and wait. Yeah, completely different, man. Yeah, very different. Some open at an hour's difference. It's all different. I just find AUDUSD to be the most reliable. Did Dax end up grabbing them little highs? Not quite, not quite. NQ's popping. Oh wow. Does it move in Asia? Well, I mean, clearly it's moved today, but typically, does it move much in Asia? That's a very big move. No, I didn't think so. I don't trade NASDAQ, but yeah, obviously. That's a decent move, though. It's a very decent move. It could be similar to gold. Like, some of the best gold trades in Asia are post big US dollar news event days. Less wild with nice structure. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's good. That's good, man. That's what you want. You want time to be able to actually think about the trades. That's why sometimes trading NASDAQ New York Open is like, yeah, you can get big trades, but you can also get wrecked. I did see Dakota from Top Step had a incredible, what, $200,000 payout or something on his live Top Step account, which is phenomenal. I believe that's the biggest Top Step payout ever, which is incredible. I believe he just trades NASDAQ. This gap's going to be really big on NASDAQ, really big. Yeah, 200k one payout, man. Yep. Yep. From his live account. Which is incredible. Oh, I think he's live right now. Where is it? I saw. Is it on Instagram as YouTube as well? Yeah, 227,000. 227,000. Insane. More than I've ever had out of prop firms ever in one payout. Fucking crazy. We start trading. We start trading. You start trading NASDAQ if you want payouts like that. That is huge, absolutely huge. Big Wick Energy podcast. I have never heard of it, man. Oh, yeah. We were trying to. I didn't realize this podcast was called. That's a quality name. We're gonna try and hook something up. I'm sure we'll do it at some point. I just have to do it somewhere else. Big Wick Energy podcast. That's a quality name. We'll do it just for that. That's a quality name. Yeah, he lives near me as well, so hopefully soon. Hopefully I can do more in person ones soon. I can't right now, but in the future, hopefully. In NQ from 21,561. Ooh, very nice, man. 21,561. 21,561. Yeah, huge. It's a beautiful trade, man. Done for the day. That's a huge move. That's absolutely amazing. The podcast I was on, you can see it there, man. Goldie kind of hovering around here. Hovering around here on Goldie. Got a big UFC weekend this weekend. UFC weekend this weekend. What time is it going to be on? It's going to be on some ridiculous time. 3 a.m. Damn. Is he fighting this weekend? I'll try and get up for it. I would love to watch it. I want to see Izzy back in action. 3 a.m. start time, so probably like 4-ish. 4, 5. Izzy for the W. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I watched a lot of his training videos leading up to this fight, and he looks good, man. He looks fucking back stronger. Because he what, back-to-back like 2 losses, I think. Now he looks mean again. Goldie's still squeezing down here, guys. No buys just yet. Like I say, that 30's closed below, so very simply, we just want to see buys back above. This is my level of interest today for copper. I think copper is going to have a much bigger play. Look at this. Like this, copper could have a really, really decent drive. Even as a percentage return. 4% back up into these highs is huge. Let's have a quick look at oil. I know oil did break out recently. Has it continued pushing up? Nah, look at that on oil. This is why oil can sometimes be so tough. It gives so many indications of reversals and then just keeps squeezing lower. You grab lows, close bullish, straight back down. Grab lows, close bullish, straight back down. It does look like it is squeezing for a big push. I mean, then again, look at the weekly. What did the weekly do? We closed back below our monthly resistance. We held it and we pushed lower. So we go back and look at this monthly time frame. Look how disgusting that is. Is there no bottom wick on that other one? Look how horrible that is. I don't know many people who trade oil consistently well. I know some people who trade oil and just get absolutely wrecked. Have some good trades on it, but then all in all just get absolutely just chopped up. I've had some good swing trades on it before that. I've had many of just poor trades, purely because the price action is so ugly. But you know, if you can get back above 75, I like oil for a bigger push. It just kind of scares me to take it. Oil scares me a bit. This is good. This is what we want to see for you guys who are looking at DAX. This is what we want to see. Pullbacks from this resistance, leaving liquidity, is a fantastic opportunity today for the European session. The more we pull back and leave these highs, this could be huge. Goldie on the 5-minute, just kind of going a bit sideways for now. Literally 50-50 on oil right now. Sorry, gold right now. 50 long, 50 short, just going sideways. 55 long NASDAQ, 45 short. Same as ES, 58 long, 42 short. Oil, 43, 57. 53% people long, 57% people short. Of the 43% of people who are long, 60% of them are positive. And the people who are short are in the negative. Not on Top Step, unfortunately. Hopefully, one day. You can trade the DAX on some other firms like FTMO, or you can trade on like CFD firms. Gold's still coming lower. 4 hour starting to flip bearish as well. 4 hour holding that major resistance, which is, to be honest, this is quite nice to see. This is what I want to see. It looks ridiculous because of the open. On a normal chart here though, yeah. Big resistance. An initial reaction from that resistance, people jump in short, stops above. You basically have trend line coming down as well. Most people trying to short here, stops are above these highs, so if we can pull back just a little bit, longs later on could be good. Real good. We're out of coffee, that's not good. Plat looking like a rocket. I've never had a look at my hand. Let's see. Oh, you mean platinum? Wow. Wow. Yeah, booming, man. Booming. How's that weekly? Massive weekly support. Coming back up to 1,000. No bottom wick on the daily, though. Do you see that very often on Platinum? Trade it, but do you see that very often? Daily not having much of a bottom wick. Look at Asia just ripping as well. Straight open, just bam. I mean, you kind of did grab the liquidity. You grabbed the lows, held support, just open and rip. Yeah, you probably continue higher. Goldie. Chilling for now. Chilling. Alright, who's hacking me? Who's hacking me? Don't do that. Oh, is Ben here? Benny here? Where are you, Ben? I just saw your Discord message. $7 AM top step time, 7 PM London time. Slippage with news. What's everyone else looking at? Anyone else looking at anything else? Who stopped doing that? How's that AUDUSD pushing? Trying to top out. Not really any volume in that just yet though. For the guys who are asking about AUDUSD, you're forming some support here now to be honest, if I did want to go short, yeah. Closure below and then you could sell it. That was a pretty decent hourly rejection though. You tap straight into support, straight back up. So if you're wanting this AUDUSD play, yeah, I want to see price get back below that. Anyone who's trading futures, AUDUSD on Top Step or any futures platform is just 6A. Exactly the same thing. See? Look at that, beautiful. When was that? When did we draw that on? Look at that. Holy shit. Grab the highs, boom. Bitcoin, yeah, absolutely. The significance between the top and bottom wick forming. Well, if there's no on let's say a hourly chart here on gold. I know it does have it on other brokerages for learning purposes. If we are to look at every single hourly candle, we could say that 90%, if not higher, of every single candle has a top and bottom wick. You see? Pretty much, the rare occasion, we do get ones closing with no bottom wick and no bottom wick on a bullish candle here as well, and here as well. But more times than not, the majority of candles do have top and bottom wicks. Therefore, if you're wanting to go short and price open and just instantly pushes down, well, if you try and short that and there's no top wick, at any point that can flip bullish and come up to that top wick and you instantly get stopped out. So if I'm wanting to take a sell and price closes back below, well, I want to see price come up, create that top wick, and then flip down and then continue pushing. And then the candle will look how it should look, like that. But if it doesn't have that top wick, it means it can be created at any point. Same as if you see a bearish close with no bottom wick, or a bullish close with no top wick, more times than not, there's no range to the downside and you can just continue pushing in the opposite way. So this close bearish with no bottom wick, I mean there's no range, there's no support being formed, no one's buying it. From here, come down a little bit more, and then you push. Here, there's a little bit of one, but you kind of grab the highs and then you push down. I think we had a look at some other times yesterday. So you want to be looking for a bearish close with no bottom wick, and have a little one, but still did continue pushing down, and bullish close with no top wick. You don't see it very often. I may have missed some. Here, did end up continue pushing down in that situation. Any other ones I'm missing? Here, bearish, no bottom wick, straight back up. There was a little one though. But you can kind of see, more times than not, you do see the wicks on the candles. Therefore, when you kind of see it close bearish or bullish with no top or bottom wick, you want to be careful because it can come down and be created at any point. So here on gold, we can see this hourly is closing, so it currently has no top wick. Therefore, if we're trying to sell this and there's no top wick, it means that can be created at any point. Therefore, you could just instantly, quickly get stopped out. So if it does close like this, which it looks like it's going to, later on, you can see price come back up into these highs. How the candles are forming in real time is very important. Bitcoin. What do we do with the news yesterday on Bitcoin? Let's have a look. Decent push up. It's pretty tough on Bitcoin right now. You're trapped in between 100,000 and 105,000. Again, though, this monthly is going to be very interesting. It's looking very bullish. You're grabbing monthly lows. You're about to close above 100,000 on the monthly time frame for the first time ever. In the history of Bitcoin, you've never closed above 100,000 on the monthly time frame. So if you do, bottom wicks next month and continue pushing. It does still have basically 2 days until it's going to close, but that looks pretty huge to me. Weekly is also grabbing previous weekly lows, holding 100,000 again and continuing to push up. Looking at this, as much as I don't want to see Bitcoin continue pushing up, I think you will. Just basing it off this price action, depending on how this weekly closes. That's a pretty decent liquidity grab. Grab lows here, ripped higher. You grab lows here, could you continue pushing up into about 110 for the first time? Yeah, very possible. Unless you close back below 100,000, then you can just kind of range. But 105 is big resistance. All-time highs, never really re-grab the highs, but let's push down. Tap into all-time highs again. To me, it would make sense to see Bitcoin continue pushing higher. These weekly closes is also the monthly close on everything. So the next couple of days is going to be very, very key for everything. Gold, Bitcoin, oil, stocks, everything. 4-hour close here on gold, holding resistance. Even if this did have a bottom wick, I would like to see some lows grab before we can take that. Hourly still closing below. This is a range that I don't want to trade in, although it does look quite big in the lower time frame. It might look like get some good trades. It's a very small range. But to come back down into here, I actually would really like. It's kind of also it's a little bit messy, but it is a sort of left shoulder. Here's our massive head. Come down for that right shoulder, and then see if we get these breakouts into 2775. Daily's kind of weird though. It did grab the highs as well. Holding bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. The month to start the year in January has been phenomenal. And now we're just kind of creating a bit of a range at all-time highs, which is normal, you know. Can't get frustrated with these range at all-time highs. It's completely normal, especially after the month that we have had so far. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Retail's making bank off that. Look at that. It's become a retail trade. Look at that. It's huge. What was that from the little fib example as well? Yeah, look at that. Retail's making bank. 61 fib and a third touch of a trend line. Retails are making bank. Oh, look at that. Minus 27 sitting right at that 2775 as well. Retails are laughing at us today. That's crazy. AUDUSD still kind of held the support, holding resistance, not really too much volume there. I'd love to see this Dax continue pushing down during Asia. Ooh, might not though. Let's see. How the hourly close. Doji. Doji, doji, doji. I think that might be it for Asia today, guys. I just wanted to jump on still post FOMC. It obviously is that bank holiday. But I do want to be active, you guys on Zoom, closer to pre-London. The CME, because it is still on the previous day, man. Tomorrow, I assume it will change. Let me have a look. Yeah, it's just a GCG, yeah. It's just mine on Top Step because I'm on the following day that it has already updated for me. So tomorrow, CME should change. We'll have to refresh it tomorrow. Or, you know, later on tonight. But yeah, you guys on Zoom, let's be active pre-London. I'm talking like 5 a.m.-ish in like 3 hours. Because you could get some decent DAX plays. Copper, trades were yesterday. Copper I'm not really too interested in. However, gold continuation buys today are looking very nice. I just don't really see it happening too much in Asia. And if I think we're going to see it, I want to see it back down here. Back down here, grabbing some lows, and then we can play this range. Because we're looking to play this range and break out and continue pushing much higher. Still in. Nice, nice, nice. Good man. It does look like a potential morning star here. If we start closing back above, you could take it from there. Grab the lows. Yeah, holding it, man. Holding it. Almost looks like a little head and shoulders there, though. So if we can start breaking back above here, great. We can look to take it. I don't really want it to do that just yet, though. I want to see that close London. But if we do break above there, potential 30-minute morning star. Or if we can bottom wick, which is 4 hour, to me, 4 hour chart looks like it needs a steeper bottom wick, which will be below the previous 4 hour lows. And that nice support. And then closer to London, we can see if we get the buys. But yeah, for Asia, guys, we've been on for what, about an hour and a half? And it was just good, more so good to catch up and run over all of the markets. And we'll see what we get. See what we get closer to London. You guys on Zoom, I'll do the pre-London market call and we'll be active chatting in Discord, sharing setups and everything like that as always. So you guys on Zoom, take a break from the charts, get some fresh air, get outside, and let's see what we get close to London in about 3 hours or so. And we'll catch up soon. Cheers, Zoom guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye. All right, YouTube guys, I'm gonna wrap up there. Asia's kind of going a little bit quiet today. Obviously, it is the bank holiday, but I still, like I say, wanted to jump on and catch up with you guys anyway. I will go live tomorrow, Friday, depending on where you are in the world, for the London session. And I will try, actually, you guys on YouTube, I'll post a market call in Telegram today for pre-London. So if you guys aren't in the free Telegram group, I'll send the link stop by and I will do a pre-London market call today, like I do for the guys in the community. So the guys who have already clicked off the stream, you just missed out. To you guys who are still here, check out the free Telegram. I'll post some updates in there. But for now, trade safe, guys. You guys know my levels for the rest of the day. I'm going to go get some fresh air, have some lunch, and see what we get close to the London session. Trade safe, guys. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.